In a couple days, you've had time to look at the film. Did you learn anything new from Saturday?
Yeah, we're getting better. We're getting a lot better. I think rebounding-wise, we did a better job just being intentional with rebounding. Even our transition game looked a lot cleaner. Our half-court game, as far as our offense, the ball's moving. So a lot of good stuff to take from Akron, and had a good day this morning. So excited about our progression.
When you say like you're really getting better, you mentioned a couple of little things, but can you just maybe just talk about the team as a whole, just where you've come even from November till now?
Yeah, I think obviously we had a late start, just re-implementing a big piece and having Sierra in and out. I think we're starting to understand role definition now. I think each player's really bought into their role. We're starting to see some cohesion. Lineups make more sense, amongst other things. I think we're starting to understand the importance of rebounding. We're starting to understand scheming, so defensive scheming, and trying to take our opponents out of things that they want to do. So I can go on and on. I think we're getting better in a lot of ways.
Speaking of getting better, I mean, the conference as a whole.
Yep.
I mean, I was looking at the standings. Just so many schools are having a big season.
Yeah.
How much time do you have a chance to really look at, the improvement of the conference as a whole?
Yeah, I'm usually only worried about what is Miami doing. I think when I took the job, I knew what the MAC was.
Yeah.
From year to year, it is what it is. I think the beautiful thing is talking to our players about being super laser focused on what are you doing and how are we improving. And then nobody else really matters. So I'm worried about Miami right now.
All right, well, let's move on to Kent State a little bit.
Yeah.
You've got 3 of the top scorers in the conference.
Yep.
But you're going up against the number 1 defense in the MAC. It's kind of like a strength on strength kind of thing coming on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're excited about the challenge. I think obviously we have a lot of offensive power. You talk about our top 3 scorers, but I think at most times we have 5 kids that can score on the floor. I'm excited to see if we can take away their tendencies, and really become in the defensive conversation of we play Kent State, they defend, does Miami defend, and I want to see at the end of the game who does a better job of holding their opponent to lesser points.
How important is it to get a win on Wednesday?
It's important to get better. And I don't know if anybody's going to like that answer.
Right.
As a competitor, I don't know if I love that answer. But I do know that we are knocking at the door of being really, really good. And that's the message to our team right now is we've never been results-oriented. Yes, the win is a byproduct of the process. And we got to stay committed to the process. And if we walk out of here on Wednesday night and we're better, we're right there knocking at the door. So
you mentioned a couple different times now that you're real close to really knocking. What has to happen to get through that door?
Continuing to see success, belief. I think we obviously have our marks every game. Our players are hitting more and more of those marks. I think it's just a matter of time. But it's not going to take much for us to get over that hump. We're right there. I think rebounding is going to take care of some of that. I think some of our silly fouls could help. But outside of that, an overall belief, our kids getting older. We have a huge sophomore class that's starting to understand some things. But Dave, I tell you, we're right there.